So much for Trevor Williams making this team. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. See, I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man.
Hey everybody, King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom.
Let's get rid of that. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks.
They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck.
I am now Philly 500's bitch.
Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and you know Dallas still stinks. I just gotta put that out there for Mark Holmes, Michael Anthony. Where's the fitness? So they don't forget. Now, in life, sometimes things change and they change rapidly. Things you can't control happen and you have to adjust on the fly. I mean, I just got back from Vegas and I was thinking, okay, I'll get back from Vegas and I'll have a bunch of stuff to do the first few days, then everything will calm down. It's been crazy ever since. It's been crazy. I've been getting double moonwalked left and right, but you got to adjust. And that's what is happening with the Eagles, with the NFL, with training camp. We are going to get a far different training camp than we've ever seen, okay? It's just going to be weird. As you guys know, Khalil Tate was waived. Keegan Render was waived. Trevor Williams, who we were really looking at that guy to compete for a possible outside cornerback position, he was waived. Now, it's not that the Eagles just hated all these guys and they wanted to waive them. The problem is that the NFL and the NFL Players Association have agreed. They've agreed no preseason, okay? And this is what the NFL Players Association was pushing. If you remember Sunday when all the stars were putting out tweets and stuff all at the same time, complaining of the same thing, it was to put public pressure on the NFL to get what they wanted in terms of they wanted testing every day. They wanted certain compensation if players are going to miss. They wanted no preseason. And the NFL, they gave them what they want. And good for them. Good for the NFLPA. They got what they wanted. And we are now going to get no preseason. It's been agreed upon. No preseason. And the other thing that has been agreed upon is that you have to have only 80 players on the roster during camp, which means, and this is for social distancing reasons and things like that, which means the Eagles have to cut players, and that's what they've been doing. That's why Trevor Williams is gone. That's why Khalil Tate is gone, because they don't have room for him. And let me tell you, the Eagles are at 87 players on the roster as we speak. 7 more players are going to get cut. Who's going to get cut? I don't know. But I hope guys like Killins and stuff, I hope they get to stick around. But there's going to be at least 7 guys still to be cut. And that's because there's going to be no preseason, and that's because the NFL is mandating you can have only 80 players on the roster to fulfill social distancing requirements. So we're going to see. This whole training camp, this whole preseason is going to be whacked out, man. From what I was reading, it's going to look more like a mini off-season, okay, with the players come in and all the rookies signed, which is a great thing for the Eagles. I'm glad that they all signed. But now they're all getting tested. Other players, I guess, will come in, they'll get tested. That's going to take like 5 to 6 days to get through all that. And then once that's done, they start like strength and conditioning maybe for a couple weeks, and then they're going to be able to do something else, and it's going to take up to like day 20 of training camp for them to even put pads on. Okay, and then once they put pads on, is the media even going to be allowed to be there? Are we going to be able to know what's going on in camp and things like that? So it's going to be tough, but at the end of the day, the football season, the regular season is going forward, and that's all I really care about. That's all I really care about. I mean, usually preseason comes, right? It's like week 1 of preseason. I'm so hyped. I'm like, Jack, double walk that ass. You know what I mean? Mother humper. And then, you get all excited. First preseason game starts. Opening kickoff. one drive, one play, maybe 2, 3. All the starters come out. Second team goes out for like a drive. They all come out. And then it's like 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and pretty much nobody's in the game. I'm like, preseason's done. I'm done with preseason. I can't take another 3 weeks of this. And then you get the second week, they play a little more. Third week is okay, enjoyable half, but it just seems like preseason drags on, okay? And so this year we're getting no preseason games. I wish we got 1 or 2. Just give me 1 or 2. I'm happy. You know what I mean? We're gonna do, but they don't. So it's gonna suck. But I'll take it. I'll take it for the regular season. At least we got like basketball coming, hockey, baseball. At least these things are coming during that time we'd be watching preseason, so we have something to talk about, But I'm curious who they're going to cut, I'm really curious who they're going to cut. At least 7 more players, man. I hope they keep some of these young guys. They better not cut any receivers. I can tell you that. I don't want to see Quez Watkins. I don't want to see Greg Ward go. I don't want to see any big name like that get cut. They better stay. But expect the Eagles to cut about 7 more guys, because they're going to have to get to that 80 player on the roster number. Right now they're at 87. And that's why Trevor Williams was cut. And I looked at Trevor Williams as, okay, I know how talented he is. I know what he's done before. If he's healthy, let him go out and compete. It's going to be hard for him to get that chance. It's going to be hard for some of these guys to get that chance on the field, because there's not going to be preseason games. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, I guess, because you hate to let a guy who deserves to be on the team go. You hate to have a diamond in the rough that gets away because of this situation. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen, maybe not on the Eagles, but on some team, on some roster, somebody's going to get cut that is going to go somewhere and do something. And it was really the predicament of this whole off season and how this training camp is going to go. So maybe the Eagles, maybe it'll hurt us, maybe it'll help us. Who the hell knows? All I know is regular season's going forward. No preseason. They're reporting for camp. Camp is pretty much like a mini off season, okay, all wrapped into one. And as long as we play during the regular season, I can live with it, man. I can live with it. But no more giving anything up. No more anything closing down. It's time to get football started in September. I'll be ready for it, and I'll be following this thing all the way through to the end every day. You can find me here. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.